The iPhone 18 Pro leaks are painting a much clearer picture, and if even half of them are accurate, Apple is gearing up for one of the boldest iPhone strategy shifts we've seen in years. This cycle isn't just about new features. It's about Apple rethinking how and when iPhones launch, how they look from the front, and how they connect to the world around us. Here's the headline: Apple's release schedule is changing. After nearly 2 decades of September iPhone launches, multiple leak sources now suggest Apple will split the lineup into 2 major windows. In September 2026, expect the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max alongside a brand new ultra premium model that could be called iPhone Fold or iPhone Ultra. Then, in March 2027, Apple is rumored to release the regular iPhone 18. This approach lets Apple dominate the conversation twice a year instead of once, keeps upgrade momentum alive longer, and gives the company more flexibility to push premium models first, while standard and budget-focused iPhones follow later. From a business standpoint, the shift makes sense. A 2-phase release could spread manufacturing load more evenly, encourage more frequent upgrades, and help Apple own the news cycle across 2 seasons. It also mirrors strategies used by competitors, only with Apple's typical focus on tight timing, polished hardware, and coordinated marketing. On the hardware front, Apple appears to be playing it safe on the back while going bold on the front. Leaks point to a rear design similar to the iPhone 17 Pro, flat edges, premium materials, and a familiar camera bump layout. The big change here isn't shape, it's style. New color options are reportedly in testing, with finishes like muted titanium blue, dark graphite green, and warmer champagne-style metallic tones on the table. Expect refined, premium aesthetics rather than a complete design overhaul. Flip the phone around and things get exciting. After nearly 4 years, the dynamic island is rumored to disappear on the Pro models. In its place, a cleaner, more modern punch hole display, positioned on the left side of the screen and integrated visually with notification icons. This design shift marks a major break from Apple's recent front-facing identity, and it sets the stage for the next leap in display technology. That leap is under-display Face ID. According to multiple reports, Apple has developed a way to transmit infrared light through the display with no visible Face ID hardware, maintaining accuracy while removing the need for a larger cutout. No visible sensors. No dynamic island on the Pro models. Just a more expansive, cleaner-looking screen. Apple has been working toward this for years, and as always, the company won't roll it out until the tech meets its strict reliability and security standards. Here's the twist: the punch hole era could be short-lived. Leaks suggest the iPhone 18 Pro might be the only iPhone generation with a punch hole design. Why? Because Apple is rumored to be targeting 2027, the 20th anniversary iPhone, for a truly all-screen device with both the camera and Face ID entirely under the display. If that's the case, the iPhone 18 Pro becomes a unique transitional model in Apple's design timeline, one that bridges the gap between the dynamic island past and the all-display future. Meanwhile, the regular iPhone 18, expected in March 2027, is rumored to keep the dynamic island, rely on older Face ID hardware, and skip the under-display technology. This move would further widen the gap between Pro and non-Pro models, nudging power users and early adopters toward the higher-priced devices that showcase Apple's latest breakthroughs. Another notable rumor: the iPhone 18 Pro models might be slightly thicker, not to chase a retro trend, but to make room for real-world improvements, larger battery capacity, new internal components, and advanced connectivity hardware. For many users, better battery life, cooler thermals, and more robust performance will be a welcome trade-off versus ultra-thin designs. Connectivity could also get smarter in a big way. Today's iPhones use satellites for emergency messaging, but leaks indicate Apple is exploring limited satellite internet access for the iPhone 18 Pro, enabling messaging and basic data in remote areas with low Earth orbit satellite support. If executed properly, That could be a game changer for travelers, adventurers, remote workers, and anyone who needs a lifeline when cell service disappears. Even if the rollout starts narrow, the direction is clear. Apple wants the iPhone to stay useful anywhere. On the camera side, don't expect a radical new lens layout. The rear module is rumored to look similar to the iPhone 17 Pro, and the ultra-wide and telephoto may see modest tuning rather than major overhauls. The biggest change appears to land on the main wide sensor, which is reportedly getting the most significant upgrade. One especially exciting rumor is a variable aperture on the main camera. That would allow the phone to adapt its aperture in real time, improving low-light performance, giving users more control over depth of field, and unlocking more professional-looking shots without extra editing. It's a subtle change with big creative implications, blurring the line further between smartphones and dedicated cameras. Of course, all of these changes work best when the performance under the hood can keep up. While chip names aren't the story here, expect next-generation Pro Silicon to deliver faster on-device processing, better power efficiency, and more headroom for under-display biometrics, computational photography, and satellite features. Combined with the thicker chassis and bigger battery, the result should be longer real-world battery life, especially under heavy use. Pulling it all together, the iPhone 18 Pro story looks like this: a reimagined release strategy, a refined back, a transformative front, next-generation Face ID under the display, a one-year-only punch-hole moment, a push towards satellite-enabled connectivity, and camera upgrades that prioritize image quality and creative control over flashy lens reshuffles. It's not just another annual spec bump, it's a pivot point that sets up Apple's all-display vision for 2027 while giving Pro buyers meaningful reasons to upgrade sooner for everyday users. The implications are clear. If you want the cleanest screen and Apple's newest biometrics, the iPhone 18 Pro line in September 2026 is the one to watch. If you prefer a lower entry point and don't mind a dynamic island, the standard iPhone 18 in March 2027 keeps a familiar experience with a later release. And if you're the kind of buyer who wants the most futuristic design Apple can ship, you may find yourself eyeing that rumored 2027 anniversary model. Either way, Apple is rewriting the playbook. The split launch stretches excitement across the calendar. The punch hole and under-display Face ID reshape the way the iPhone looks and feels. The thicker build and larger battery signal a renewed focus on endurance. And satellite connectivity hints at a future where the iPhone remains useful in places it never could before. So, what do you think? Would you take a cleaner punch hole display now? Or should Apple skip straight to an all-screen iPhone with everything hidden under the glass? Drop your thoughts below and tell me which model you're planning to upgrade to when the iPhone 18 Pro era begins.